the yellow boxes you see. And then we have had the red box flashing. That is the tornado warning. So we do have the threat for tornadoes along some of this line. We've seen that already, at least with one confirmed tornado warning. Recently, though, that tornado warning south of Wichita Falls there is still working its way on through. So please make sure that you're keeping up to date with the latest warnings, either from your phone or some sort of alert system. Best way to do that, AccuWeather app has some great advantages there. And you can see some of these storms actually coming in across from Mexico towards some of the Gulf Coast. So places like Beaumont, you're still in this risk early tomorrow morning. Once we get through the night, we'll still see the rain around in Dallas, Houston, also getting in on that rain coming east, and that's where the warmth is still out ahead of this storm system and kind of feeding some of the moisture into it. Behind it, that cool, dry air will shove in, so it's going to be a bit of a battleground for some on Saturday. Saturday, New Orleans, we have plenty of cloud cover, and we get the surges of rain there, and that's going to put a damper on a lot of those Mardi Gras festivities. And then Sunday, this storm system really develops over the Gulf of Mexico and tries to push through Florida, which will bring the risk for some severe weather. So lots to cover. Have wet weather already in New Orleans, but look what happens. That is some soaking rain still sliding its way on east. So Saturday night in New Orleans, not an easy time. This pushes its way Sunday morning into places like Florida. Heavy rain there. The center of the storm kind of regenerating, and it does mean more thunderstorms, severe weather. AccuWeather meteorologist Tony Laubeck talked to long-range forecaster Paul Pastelok about what to expect for tornadoes in 2024. As we work our way through time, of course, we're getting to that point in the winter when some are tired of winter, others still want more of it. And if you're in the northern tier of the nation, it depends on where you are. We've seen some snowpack found across some of the Northeast and into New England, but we've been missing a lot of that snowpack across the Midwest, especially the upper Midwest. States like Minnesota, Wisconsin, even Michigan have struggled at times to find a lot of that snow. So there's been some big time challenges if you're a snow lover. Just look at Minneapolis, for example. 7.3 inches of snow so far this year. Now, typically in a winter season, we'd have had about 30 inches of snow so far. And if you consider last year, where we were on our way to 80+ inches, we were at 55 already. So big contrast when you look at last year to this year in Minneapolis. And it is why we've had record challenging high temperatures in places like Minneapolis that we've shattered through this past week. More of the mild weather across the Great Lakes and the upper Midwest as we head through Saturday while the rain works out into the plains. It's just some showers, not a lot of true problems with some of this rainfall, but you'll see it in Omaha. Temperatures there in the mid-50s. We'll also get some of those showers in Sioux Falls, upper 40s, mid-40s for places like Chicago with some sunshine. Farther east, pretty quiet in the Northeast as a whole, and that's not bad. We've had a lot of rain here over the past couple of weeks. So we are happy to get some drier weather. New York City, 43 for that high, 44 in Pittsburgh. Fairly seasonable numbers across the Northeast. We get back to the North Central, and that mild weather continues on Sunday as we watch more wet weather towards the high plains. But for a lot of us off towards the east, we are quiet and dry, and again, numbers well above historical average. Des Moines will be at 50. We should be in the lower 30s this time of year. Chicago, mid-40s for you, puts us well above historical average by about 14 degrees. Green Bay in the mid-40s, and Minneapolis making a run into the mid-40s puts us more than 20 degrees above historical average. So that warmth continuing and largely dry weather. That dry weather also holds on through a lot of the week in the Northeast, which again is a good break for us. Madison, you'll stay above historical average in the 40s the upcoming days.